Welcome back, everyone, to your fifth and final lecture over Unit 2, the integumentary system. Today we're going to be talking about skin cancer. Skin cancer is actually the most common form of cancer in humans. I don't have the numbers on me, but I know it is far and away the most common. And it's going to be caused by an overexposure to UV light. Remember, UV light is the damaging energy portion of sunlight. And what it can do, it can actually harm the DNA that is inside those cells and cause it to mutate, can cause it to delete some sections, can cause a lot of different things, but it can lead to cancer. And you may remember from biology when we talked about mitosis that cancer is simply unregulated or unmonitored cancer. So it's just mitosis, these cell divisions happening over and over and over. They blow past their checkpoints. They don't look to see if there's any errors or anything like that. It's really just it's complete anarchy when cancer is occurring. So like I said, dysfunction in the mitotic phase. You can give skin cancer, or any cancer for that matter, a couple of classifications. You can say it is benign, or you can say that it is malignant. Now, benign meaning sort of nice or not of worry. Usually when you see that word, if something is benign, it is not aggressive. And so benign skin cancer is, or benign skin cancer or cancer in general, is that which is not spreading, whereas malignant, it is spreading. So that means it can spread to other parts of the body. It can get caught up somewhere and cause a tumor in multiple areas of the body, which makes it really, really difficult to take care of. The three types of skin cancer that we're going to take a look at, these are the most common, is basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and then we'll take a look at malignant melanoma. So basal cell carcinoma, here's an example of it right there. It is the least deadly and the most common form of skin cancer. So we're doing very well there that the most common skin cancer we get is actually not as bad. But what happens is your stratum basal cells, they can no longer produce keratin. They have some sort of mutation that prevents them from producing keratin. And that can lead to the unregulated mitosis that we have here. You might see stratum basal being very closely to the basal cell carcinoma. So that is a way that you can keep those tied together. Squamous cell carcinoma, here's an image here in this ear that we have here. Kind of a nasty looking thing. That basal cell carcinoma definitely looked a little bit nicer. But this squamous cell almost could look like a really, really bad mole, maybe. And moles are definitely something that you do need to check for skin cancer, especially we'll talk about ways to identify skin cancer on the next slide. But squamous cell carcinoma arises out of the stratum spinosum, so slightly more superficial than the stratum basal. These you do want to get taken care of. The earlier that you can identify them and remove them increases your chances of surviving them, basically, or not having them become malignant. Because these here will spread. They will switch actually from benign to malignant if allowed, and what will happen, metastasize is the fancy word we have for spread, is they will get to your lymph nodes. And your lymph system is all over your body. It's very, very important for keeping you healthy. When your lymph system is not working, really your immune system is down, and you're having a lot of issues there. So you don't want these to end up in your lymph nodes, because then they will fill up your lymph nodes. Those lymph nodes might burst, and that sends all sort of bad fluid, kind of gross fluid, things that are supposed to be pulled out of your blood. Those can leak into your tissues if these tumors spread to those lymph nodes and they burst it, or they just fill up your lymph nodes. And then lastly, malignant melanoma. I'll get myself out of the way here. You can see this really dark patch right next to the ear here. I don't know why we've had two back to back near the ear. But it is far and away the most deadly of all the skin cancers. Luckily, we only see it at about a 5% of skin cancer rate, so it's very unlikely for you to develop malignant melanoma. but it is very serious. The melanoma, you can see the melano root that we have here, meaning it's going to arise from uncontrolled mitosis in your melanocytes, which are producing melanin. Remember that more melanin gives you a darker skin tone, which makes sense as to why these are completely black, is because it's arising out of cells that are producing this dark color. But malignant melanoma can very quickly become malignant. Obviously, if it's malignant melanoma, it can also metastasize very quickly to your lymph nodes and end up running in your blood, and then get carried by your blood to another area, deposit somewhere, and then you have tumors in multiple areas. Ways that you can identify malignant melanoma is using what's called the ABCDE method. You might see some others out there. I know this used to be the ABC method. I've seen some places start talking about the ABCDEFG method or something like that. We're going to stick to these first 5 letters. So when you're looking at these, especially like I said, moles are common suspects. First thing, the A stands for asymmetrical. So if you think like a freckle or a mole, those tend to be fairly circular in shape. If you have melanoma, it will tend to not be circular in shape. And you can see on this one here, there's no real pattern to how it's shaped here. It's kind of irregular. So the first thing is that it is asymmetrical. The second is an irregular border. So again, it won't be smooth freckle or smooth borders like you would see in a freckle or on a mole or something like that. So you can see here kind of these jagged in and out sort of cuts that this makes here as those cells have been spreading. C, color. Like I mentioned, it's out of your melanocytes, which are producing your melanin. So melanoma tends to be very, very dark. D stands for diameter. So you think it needs to be larger than 6 millimeters. Most of your mechanical pencils are going to be somewhere in the 0.5 to 0.9 millimeter range. So you can think if you stacked the lead of 6 to 10 of those up next to one another, it would need to be wider than that. Melanoma tends to get very large. And the reason it gets large, and one of the things that E stands for, is it evolves. So it may start out very, very small, but you need to pay attention to any sort of suspected spot to see if it is growing larger, if its shape is changing. Maybe it goes from symmetrical to asymmetrical. Maybe its border was already irregular, but now it's irregular in sort of a different sort of shape. That tells you that it is a very active melanoma and definitely something that you need to get checked out. If you can catch this early, treatment tends to be pretty easy. Usually they end up, they might do some gamma rays on it, some high energy to kill those cells. They might cut it out. If you catch it early, again, that needs to be before it has metastasized to another area. So those are the 3 skin cancer types that we talked about, that we'll talk about: basal cell, squamous cell, and then malignant melanoma. So you need to know those 3, and especially you need to know the ABCDE method, not just for the test, but for, you could very well save somebody's life being able to spot and recognize malignant melanoma. Just a reminder, there are 5 videos for this unit and 4 quizzes. So videos were 5 through 9. The quizzes were after videos 6 through 9. So make sure that you're having all those videos watched, you have all the notes down from them, and you've also taken those quizzes to have you ready for our test.